welcome you to our Life Seminar. LIFE is an acronym and it stands for Life Investments for Eternity. Let me take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Tyler Long and I'll be your presenter for this Life Seminar. I've lived in the Pacific Northwest for over half my life with my spouse of more than 20 years. My wife and I have 2 kids and a chocolate lab named Max. I have a master's degree in business and a master's degree in marriage and family therapy. I served for nearly 5 years in the United States Navy, and I'm also an ordained pastor. It is such a pleasure to be able to be with everybody here. I want to encourage you to make the most of each presentation. Get ready to learn and laugh as we go on this journey together. I'll be using several sources to teach from, including the Bible. Please know, whether you're a person of faith or not, you will be encouraged by what is shared. When it comes to life, so many people get stuck in the rut of life and they don't take the time to work on and improve some of the most important areas of their life. Our one consuming passion is for you to live the best life possible and to have a closer connection with God. As we begin, there is something that you need to know. When you choose to improve the major areas of your life, there is a chance that you'll begin to feel overwhelmed. As you press on, you may experience the emotions of frustration and even anger. These emotions can cause you to begin to doubt yourself and you hit a wall and you'll want to give up. Remember, if things were easy, everybody would be doing it. Now, the process is simple to understand but difficult to do. When you get to that point in your life where you tell yourself, never again, I've had it, only when the pain of where you are exceeds the pain of change do people make changes. If you find yourself hitting the wall and you'll want to quit, then remind yourself of that moment, that feeling where you told yourself, never again, I never want to be in the situation that I am in now. I want something better for my life. Use that negative emotion to run from your current situation and into the future life that you want to have. Never forget this. If you can remind yourself of your why you are making these changes, then you can bear any how. For me, my 2 kids, Bella and Nate, are my reason why. My kids are the why I want to excel in the major areas of my life. One of my favorite quotes is from an unknown author, and it reads, "One day your life will flash before your eyes. Make sure it's worth watching." Those of you that are watching these presentations, let me ask you, would you like to experience a happier, more fulfilled life? Do you want to discover what you were born to do? Would you like to learn how to live with intentionality and purpose? Would you like to have better relationships? Or what about a healthier marriage? Do you want to create better relationships with your children? What about overcome bitterness and learn to forgive? Would you like to master your personal finances? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you, my friend, are in the right place. If you want to succeed at anything, we have to remember that the past does not matter. What matters is what we're going to do now. We have 3 choices. We can either stay the way we are, move backwards, or move forward by making positive changes. The Bible tells us in Philippians 3:13, Paul says, "Brothers, I do not consider that I have made it my own, but one thing I do, forgetting what lies behind and straining forward to what lies ahead." Here is how you will get the most out of this seminar. One of the strongest values is humility. We can learn from everyone. In addition, each presentation comes with a lesson guide. You can fill out the answers as we go through the nightly presentations. Now, the back of each lesson has a section titled Life Groups. Whether you are meeting with a small group, watching this by yourself, or maybe you're joining us over a Zoom call, I want to encourage you to write down your answers. You will also notice a section titled Homework. If you want to gain the most out of this seminar, then please be sure to do the homework assignments. Have you ever had somebody in your life willing to tell you in a kind way that you can do better? I mean, if you're married, you can do better. And not a better spouse, but better in your marriage. If you're a parent, you can become a better parent. I'm sure all of us can do a better job when it comes to our personal finances. But what about our health or your relationships? Now, we may be strong in some of these areas, but I'm sure there are at least one or two of these areas that we can improve. During this seminar, we want to talk about how to control our emotions, how to stop procrastinating, how to avoid self-defeating behaviors. One of the most powerful tools in this life seminar that we will incorporate is the spiritual aspect as well as the need for community. This seminar is about investing in yourself, becoming the best version of you that there is. I believe prayer and a relationship with God, along with being a part of a community, are some of the most powerful tools to help all of us become all that we can be. What you learn each night, when applied, will bless the different areas of your life. Now, I've been on this marriage, relationship, money, emotional health and physical health journey for 15 years. And let me tell you, friends, it works. I'm not perfect at it, but the principles work. I encourage you to take charge of these areas of your life. Have the hard conversations with yourself and implement the principles that you'll be learning here. Ultimately, it is up to you to create better money, marriage, and relationship habits. The Bible tells us in Proverbs 1 verse 7, it says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction." All of us here are the result of our upbringing combined with the decisions that we have made. Sure, we can blame the government and our boss. We can even blame our parents. By the way, do you know that every family has crazy in it? You know that, right? I mean, let me put it this way. If you think that there is no crazy at all in your family, then guess what? The crazy might be you. Did you know that there is a clear connection with the amount of personal responsibility that we accept and how much we succeed in life? You see, losers want to blame everybody else, where winners look at themselves as the cause. I have discovered that when we stop blaming everybody else for our problems and we take personal responsibility, 90% of our problems will cease. Most people want to experience success in the major areas of their life. Again, these areas include spirituality, marriage, health, career, finance, relationships, parenting, etc. What's amazing about success is that success leaves clues. You can read the top books on what successful people do, and you will see that there's a lot of overlapping information. For example, successful people, they live their life with purpose and have definite goals. They manage time well, and they're not afraid to take calculated risk. Successful people, they learn from their mistakes and they take personal responsibility. Successful people, they have a positive mental attitude and they take care of their health. They also expand their knowledge by reading and engaging with others. Successful people, they're willing to follow best practices and are always willing to learn. They also have strength and character, which is based on their belief in God. Now, I want you to notice some of the characteristics of unsuccessful people. Unsuccessful people, they allow their environment and their circumstances to control them. Unsuccessful people, they have no goals and really no purpose. Rather than take personal responsibility, they want to blame other people. They form their ideas from TV or gossip, and unsuccessful people, they lack motivation and they only do enough to get by. They never put forth any effort to improve their situation, and unsuccessful people, they know it all. No matter what the facts tell them, they know that they're right. And again, they make the same mistakes over and over again, and they always make excuses and complain. Growing up, I was never taught how to budget money and to be smart with my personal finances. When I was 21 years old, I remember walking onto the aircraft carrier that my squadron was attached to. We were about to leave for a 6-month deployment to the Persian Gulf, and I had less than $10 to my name. I was absolutely broke. You see, the two things that motivate us to succeed are inspiration and desperation. Having less than $10 to my name should tell you that I was in desperation mode. Now, instead of going through life hoping that good things would happen, I decided I would study what successful people do. We call these best practices. For example, if I want to be good in my finances, I have to follow what others do that are good in their finances. And you assume that if they're doing it and it works for them, then if you do it, it should also work for you. If you don't like a certain area of your life, change it. Find someone that is successful in that area and do what they did. If you want a better marriage, find a couple that has a strong marriage, or get some books on how to improve your marriage and do what they did. If you want better health, don't take advice from your friend or relative that's 100 pounds overweight. The question that I want to ask yourself is this: what do I want to change? During this seminar, you will have moments where you will say to yourself, this speaker, me, Tyler, he is talking right to me. I really need this. And if you're sitting next to somebody, they may go home, with sore ribs as they experiencing you elbowing them each night in agreement with what is being shared. As you watch each presentation, please know that we're on a journey together. And the topics that we present may touch on a challenging area that you're currently facing. There may be a relationship conflict in your life, or your financial situation has seen better days. During this live seminar, you can choose to change these areas of your life. The Bible tells us in Galatians 6:7, Paul says, "Do not be deceived, God is not mocked. For whatever a man sows, that he will also reap." You see, if we put good stuff in, good stuff will come out. Let's begin right now to decide to pour our lives into the things that benefit us. These things would include our families, our health, our finances, relationships, and even our faith. It is so easy to allow other people to dictate how we live our lives. Think about this. Why allow someone else's expectations to dictate what we do? Now, in the case you are, wondering who these other people are, we call them the Joneses. Have you ever heard that expression, keeping up with the Joneses? Here's what's interesting. 30 years ago, you had to see the Joneses in person to keep up with them. You'd look out your front window and see that the Joneses had a new car in their driveway. Well, today we carry the Joneses around, in our pocket on our cell phones. Did you know that the Joneses, they use like 12 different filters on Instagram or Facebook? Just, they want to post that makes them look better. We open up these social media platforms and we see people living a life that we wish we had. We see our friends on vacation, at the beach or at the park, and everything looks so good. Their kids are so clean and they're nicely dressed and they're so well behaved. And of course, they finish their post with #blessed. In the meantime, I'm at home and, my toddler's running around the house. My house is cluttered and there's, he's my child's only got a diaper on and there's dirty dishes in the sink and laundry baskets overflowing, and I should take a picture of this scenario, right? And finish my post with #blessed. Newsflash, what we see on social media, it's been filtered and it's capturing just a brief second in time. With social media, we don't see the full picture, but just a brief moment in time. So your friends post a picture of the nice vacation they went on and we feel a bit envious. If they're like most Americans, they probably went into debt to go on that vacation. I can't imagine anybody posting a picture of their credit card statement, followed by #blessed. Or what about that remodeled kitchen or the new car in their driveway? Nobody puts a picture of a 1994 Honda Civic with 250,000 miles in the caption, "Look what my husband just bought me," right? #blessed. Nobody brags about the second mortgage they took out to pay for that remodeled kitchen. Nobody posts reality on social media. I want to challenge you to put blinders on and stop looking at what everybody else is doing. This seminar, it's about you. It's about your life, your marriage, your relationships, your health, and your finances. It's time that we start putting effort into our lives and stop looking at what everybody else is doing. As you listen to each presentation, you're going to be encouraged to fill in and answer the lessons. Now, I'll be announcing some life groups that will help with follow-up after this seminar. It'll help us build community. Studies show that we can make changes in our life when we're part of a community. This is one of the reasons why AA has been so successful. Remember, friends, the goal of this seminar is not to compare ourselves to other people. This seminar is about improving the most important areas of our lives. One of my favorite quotes comes from Martin Luther King. He said, and I quote, "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you keep moving forward." Our motto for this seminar is keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Mistakes in your life do not define you, they refine you. Let's keep moving forward. If you enjoyed this first presentation, then be sure to tell a friend, invite them to watch these presentations with you. Are you ready for the trip of a lifetime? Pack your bags, get ready, on your mark, get ready, and go. My name is Tyler Long, and I'd like to close this first presentation with a short prayer. Father in heaven, I want to thank you for the opportunity, Lord, to share this life seminar. And I just pray, Lord, that those that are watching it will be blessed and encouraged as these topics are shared to improve the major areas of our life. I ask and pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.